Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here, jobinterviewtools.com. Today I'm going to cover questions about GPA that you might get in a job interview. And if your GPA happens to suck, I'm going to go over a few tips that will help you kind of take the focus off your GPA and refocus it on your skills. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so your GPA sucks. I mean, you had a good time in college, right? And, well, grades aren't everything, you know? Now, in my opinion, a sucky GPA would probably be, right around a 2.0, maybe a 2.5. And, and if you're in this area, you might want to stay clear of the medical field. Please do. Now, so what do you say? If they do ask your GPA, if they say, hey, what was your GPA in college? What are you actually supposed to tell them? I mean, for starters, there's no way to really avoid getting asked the question. If GPA is one of the metrics that they use for candidates for hiring for this position, they're going to ask you, and you're pretty much going to have to come clean with it. If you have a low GPA and it's one of the metrics they use, you just might be screwed. You might want to consider another field. But if they do ask you, you're really going to need to come clean. They can check. They can go to your transcripts. They can go to your school. But don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. After you tell them what your GPA was, say, hey, I had a GPA of a 2.0 or I had a 2.1. After you tell them, what you want to do is you want to have a short story explaining, why you had a GPA like that. Maybe you had some personal issues during that time. Maybe you had to work a job while you're going to school, and that took away from school time, and that lowered your job. Anything like that. Don't lie to them. Come clean. Tell them why. Tell them really, what the reason was that you had a low GPA. Then the key here is to add to that story, and you want to really want to let them know that you have the right experience for the job. And you kind of want to downplay the GPA a little bit and let them know that to you, experience is more important, and show them what experience you have. Maybe you did some volunteer work at your college. Maybe you did an internship, and all this experience that you have is more closely related to the job than having just a good grade. And the whole key here is you want to downplay your GPA. You want to make it like it's just an insignificant number, like it just doesn't mean anything. And that's a real part of the key. Now, I'll tell you, many times GPA, it's not going to be at the top of the list of the questions. So don't get too worried. Don't go in there sweating bullets. I've had like over 20 jobs in my career, and not one single time have I ever been asked what my GPA was. So don't sweat it. Don't go in there sweating bullets, sweat running down your face and stuff like that. Just go in there, holding your head high. Confidence and posture is going to be a lot better attitude to have than worrying about a bad GPA. And that's really all I have for you today. For more ways to ace your job interview, go to jobinterviewtools.com. And when you're there, make sure you sign up for my free interviewing class. It's called 7 Days to Mastering the Art of the Interview. I've got opt-in forms all over my site. Sign up for my newsletter, and you'll get great stuff from me every day that's going to help you interview a lot better. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.